Prince Harry does not want to be featured in The Crown, a royal expert claimed. The Crown is a Netflix drama about the early reign of the Queen. Although the show features many members of the British royal family, Prince Harry has reportedly insisted to not be featured on the show. Speaking on Lorraine, the Daily Mirror's royal editor Russell Myers has claimed that the Duke is throwing his toys out the pram over his latest royal demand. Host Lorraine Kelly asked Mr. Myers, "There are rumors about Prince Harry not being at all happy to be featured in The Crown. Can he be written out of it? Can they do it without him? Who knows?" Mr. Myers said, "Well, I'm not sure. The writers have already said they are not going to go right up until the modern day." He added, "Wouldn't it be great if we could see all the stuff which has happened with Meghan, Harry, and Meghan, the big saga that's been going on?" Apparently Harry has got a big deal with Netflix, so he's been putting his foot down saying he doesn't want to be featured. The royal editor concluded by saying Harry is throwing his toys out the pram over the demand. The show, which began back in 2016, has already released 4 seasons, with the 5th installment set to be released later in 2022. Harry and Meghan, who signed a multi-million-pound deal with Netflix in 2020, previously admitted to watching some of The Crown during their bombshell interview with Oprah Winfrey in 2021. Speaking to Talk Radio earlier this week, royal expert Angela Levin discussed how Harry asked her if she was watching The Crown when she met him at Kensington Palace. She said, "I mumbled and said, 'Are you and the rest of the royal family?' He said, 'Yes, we're all absolutely watching everything, but I'm going to insist it stops before it reaches me.'" Peter Morgan, the creator of The Crown, previously hinted that he wouldn't be covering Meghan and Harry in the Netflix drama. He told The Hollywood Reporter, "I'm much more comfortable writing about things that happened at least 20 years ago. Looking back, at least publicly, we began to sense unease between the Sussexes and the royal family around the time of their visit to South Africa in September 2019. Only 4 months later, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle famously stepped back as working royals, and it has been a bit of a roller coaster ever since." But, according to longtime royal biographer Andrew Morton, speaking recently on Pod Save the Queen, the couple planned their exit from royal life far sooner than we thought, just 6 months after their royal wedding in May 2018, The Mirror reports. Harry was having conversations in a London hotel with Oprah Winfrey back in November 2018, just 6 months after they'd been married, Morton says. So, they were thinking about a different direction of travel pretty early on. It's a position Morton says is ironic, as it seemed as though, while Prince William and Kate Middleton were being set up to run the UK, Harry and Meghan were positioned to become global royals, ambassadors to the rest of the world. The irony is they had been given the keys to the first-class lounge when Prince Harry was given the position of youth ambassador to the Commonwealth, Morton says. This was effectively the Queen's way of saying you do the rest of the world, leave William and Catherine to do the UK, where they will eventually be the heads of state. In the same interview, Morton says that Harry saw his marriage to Meghan as his way out of the royal family. They were thinking about living in New Zealand, and they even spoke to the Prime Minister of New Zealand about this, he says. So, they had all kinds of plots and thoughts for their future. It didn't work out because, when it actually comes down to it, Prince Harry is cursed with charisma but hates being a prince, and I think that he saw Meghan as a way out. They didn't have to leave the royal family in the way that they did, but they did. He also added that the Queen, who herself took time away from the day-to-day grind of royal life when she and husband Prince Philip lived in Malta, would have been understanding if the Sussexes wanted to take a break, rather than step away entirely.